Hello and welcome back to Fifth Railway Adventures. You join us, of course, on a usual Sunday at Hykeham railway station on the castle between Lincoln Central and Swinderby. Take a short walk up from the thumbnail to the platform sign, Eloise Sussex Train Spotter. There's the station sign. Actually, DP, you were second, even though I sent you the link. But good evening all and welcome back to Hykeham. Since we were last here, a bit of shrubbery's grown back. That's about it. There, of course, is the Linden Business Centre. Get me other phone out, me other Parker to hang on. I did this awkwardly. Hate going cross-handed. Come on. There we go. It sounds like a very bad sex act. That does. But yeah. Oh, good God. Straight on to 14. Notification squad much. Hello, Will. Hello, Network Southwest. Okay, let me just set me stuff up. So we walk up to the car stop that was moved backwards, as we've said multiple times, next to the footpath that goes nowhere, which has streetlights. Some people really need bloody shooting, I tell you. The person who thought moving this car stop backwards was a good idea. The person who thought that sticking streetlights on a path to nowhere was a good idea. Yeah, Connor. I thought, like, we're here a fair bit, but I thought I might as well just do something instead of staying in. It is quite cold, as you can probably hear, but it's not terrible after the rain showers we've had earlier in the week. Yeah, it will be at, oh, Stepford, I have no idea. I haven't actually had a clue with that. Band's not got back to me about whether he's using them or not. There goes a Black Cat bus, but currently we're on version 1.0.4. And we are working a sort of the lag in 1.0.5, which I think we may public in a couple of days, because we are currently trying part streaming in beta and see if that'll ease anybody's lag. I don't know if it's going to or not though. Don't do it with me. Yeah, next to a 1704 as usual. Something rattling down there. I can't tell if it's the barrier or the signs or what it is. Oh, I noticed after the last stream or video here where I said the sign was pointless, they've torn it down. Wasn't the best place to put it in the first place, was it? So they took it down anyway. Yet they've not taken this useless thing down. We'll make things better for you by letting you get information from our network. Well, you giving us information so we can act you is apparently what they're doing better with, of course, what we showed at Rushy Sidings the other day, where they told a passenger to ignore the expired safety certificate. So, of course, our promise to you will make things better for you by stealing your information and using it illegally. Facebook, Cambridge Analytica. It's all self-explanatory. There's a lot of piping in an old warehouse. Yeah. There's never anyone that comes in for the 17s for Lincoln Central anymore. Because you've got a lot earlier trains and it looks pointless. Yep. There's not any speakers here yet, Adam. Although I can tell you, Gatwick Airport went over to ATOS yesterday. Gatwick Airport went ATOS, Amy, ATOS. It went Anne and Matt, only woman, Anne and... What was his name to begin with? I've forgotten. Yeah, it went Anne and Mike, Amy, Anne and Matt. So no, it's Anne and Matt at Gatwick Airport. Carlisle, I think, has been done. I think Carlisle has been done. Because they finished the roof, haven't they? And that's what they said, Connor. Once they've done the roof, they'll get on with everything else. What was proposed anyway. So, who knows? Yeah, if only woman's also gone from Penrith for the North Lakes and Oxenholme Lake District, Amy is then completely cleared and gone. But no one ever goes to Oxenholme or Penrith, so we don't really know if they've been done. Yeah, and it's completely on Southern, on the Brighton main line, via Gatwick Airport. Completely. Always one person with a 17 Lincoln. Not really much to do with it up to the far side here. So I do want to try and get some different shots than usual, but I can't really think of, well, how to do them. Yeah, it's number 5-8 will be at Lincoln, so another 4 minutes. I wonder, once we turn into the May timetable again in a fortnight, will it come as a 4-car again? Because this is the first year they've run it through winter. Something a 4-9 at Collingham, will he be on time out with Swinderby? Because he's usually late. And they usually do a pass at Thorpe on the Hill, followed by the 2 after. I'd have gone to Thorpe on the Hill, but there's no reception these days. Emma on the London Overground, oh god, I can't really stand Emma, to be honest. It does make sense, like when you get to Harrow and Wealdstone, you're practically in London, so she just says Euston, but it doesn't really work, does it? Like when it was London Midland service to Euston, it didn't flow right in my mind. It didn't flow right at all. And like, you don't hear it just called Blackfriars or anything anymore, do you? You do hear St Pancras, you do hear King's Cross, you do hear Paddington, Waterloo, you don't really hear Blackfriars. Oh, you should have, Connor. There's quite a few videos that are from Manchester Piccadilly, etc., where she says Middlesbrough. Unless they've updated that file, like they have Runcorn on the Virgin network. They updated Runcorn, ran the Heart of Wales through. So yeah, you can't really ask for much more, can you? I forgot here. No. Just checking out some settings at the bottom of the screen. Useless to me. I just end up breaking it. Here's the bins that aren't swinging anywhere because they're mostly full. And of course, last week, works up is Celia Drummond. Yeah, last week, of course, you'd have seen Jeff and I forgot the other man's name up at Bottisford and Austin. But surprisingly, though, since we did Elton and Austin, the statistics went down. And it's not a request stop, yet it's served twice a day, once each way. But Elton and Austin still gets a good 100 and odd passengers a year, yet it went down from the previous year's results. How can it go down? Oh yeah, because the service isn't sufficient enough, is it? So it will go down. Bottisford, I think, actually went up. Whilst we're at it, have I got the app on this thing? Let's load up Buy Train for iOS. Search for Hykeham. Let's see how many passengers used this on an average day in last year's statistics. So we're going to press the I button. And scroll down. This station apparently last year had 294 daily passengers. So it's the 1,686th busiest station on the network. Of course, Kenilworth, I think, opens on Monday. Is Kenilworth, between Coventry and Leamington Spa. And that'll be, I think, in service by London. I think it's 153s. I can't remember who's doing for it, West Midlands or London North Western Railway. One of the two. Because who does the Nuneaton to Coventry via Bedworth? Isn't that London North Western Railway? Because I know the Abbey line is London North Western Railway. I know the Marston Vale's London North Western Railway. I'm not too sure about the rest of them. The rest of the branch lines. Well, let's start to enter place, cross to the side of the road near platform 1. For the first two. Which will they pass together? Probably not. Here's the useless point. Which takes exactly 2.5 minutes to clear. And takes 6 to reset. Oh, so that one's left early, is it, Matthew? Usual. Bonk. They could do redoing this poster again, though, because I can't see what's supposed to be in between the lines. Yes, it's the Samaritans that listen, Network Rail listen, East Midlands don't, they can give a crap. We'll test that theory as well, because by the time we go back to Spondon, either September or October, if the Pertis still isn't working, we know they don't give a crap. Because they've got all this time, from January to September, October, to sort out the bloody permit machine. I can't give them much bloody longer, can I? Because when we go back, the mod at Spondon will be done. But before that, though, I'm thinking of either heading to March after it's got new barriers, heading back to Ely again. I'm not too sure what I'm doing with time, to be honest. Like, I've got the change to literally go most places, but I can't be arsed. It's just a case of that. I'm lazy, I'm old. Okay, just went across this bleeding road. One side clears, then the other gets busy. Oh, fuzz the other one. In Swinderby, right. That's a bloody another car. Because I know what I was saying a moment ago, I could head back to could head to March or back to Ely. I would do Mainey, but Greater Anglia is 2 hourly, and if it happens on the line, then nothing can serve Mainey because replacement buses can't get down the road. And if ends up happening like it did to Will the other day, he was at March for an extra 2 hours after an Ipswich cancelled due to train crew. He was then waiting for the Colchester. That I'm not even going to chance it. Okay, 2 Tango 49s appeared at Thorpe on the Hill, should pass there in about 2-3 minutes. To then pass here and arrive roughly on time. Of course, whoever the Hykeham station adopter is doesn't know how to put posters in the rack. They're either creased or falling sideways. Nearly all of them are, except the train times and the distance. They're all falling sideways. So whoever the adopters are aren't doing much of a good job. Like I say, they put the gate on the wrong way and they're not looked at it. It should be the no smoking on the outside. Hello, Loco Force. You can probably hear the wind though, good God. I don't know what the calling patterns are today. Hang on, let me get with it. 1, 2, 3. So the Nottingham is at Newark Loudon. Right. Let's do this slightly differently than usual. Probably. The train now approaching platform 1 is the 1704 East Midlands train service to Nottingham, calling at Swinderby, Collingham, Newark Castle, Loudon and Nottingham. train now approaching platform 2 is the 1704 East Midlands train service to Lincoln Central. Calling at Lincoln Central only. On the Nottingham's 153308. And 153321. One of 8799.
Another train is approaching. Another train is approaching. Another train is approaching.
For Lincoln Central.
Another train is approaching.
No, it isn't. It's gone. It's fun when that doesn't end right. Right. As this other one would then be sat in for coming on to 2 minutes. Let's go watch out in case it strikes in again. Sometimes it will do in case it rolls backwards. Then that's the safety. So we're going to hold over here for a moment. They're out the way. As that one heads off. And this other one gets ready to go. Both leaving at 04. Next for Nottingham's then 18:13 and Lincoln Central is exactly 14 minutes. So he's out the way, he'll strike shortly to put that signal to danger. Then he's gone to Lincoln Central. There we are, he's now put that signal to danger. The next is 17:15 and 17:18, which will double pass at Thorpe on the Hill. I don't know if anyone was following RTT at the time, but as soon as the Nottingham said arriving, the Lincoln said approaching. Because of course they're striking from Thorpe on the Hill. Now he's got to wait for the strike out time. Hello, Rocky. Rocky Rai. That never usually goes right. Last week, the Lincoln train was 4 minutes late. Before that, it was about 5 minutes late in. The answer of will they strike together is usually no and no. And no. The Leaning Tower pedestal's still here though. So yeah, next up is the 17:15 from Lincoln Central to Newark and the 17:18 from Nottingham to Lincoln Central. But I like that alarm never stops properly, goes up and stops when the chime's still going instead of the voice. Otherwise it's very slightly messy with your head. It's fun though. There we got warning, another tray. Another tray of what? Nibbles? No thank you, I'm not hungry. They'll soon both clear off that board. Both arrived at 04 apparently. I doubt it. It was more 03. Well, the Nottingham one left on time though. Last week it struck out to 03 again. Let's see. So that arrived in for 03, departed 04. The other one arrived in for 04, departed 04. How can you be in and out in 30 seconds at any station? It'll take you 30 seconds to get in and stop. Anyway, next is 2 Tango 58 and Tulima 75. They obviously won't strike together. So we'll hear at least 2 separate full single closures, or so to speak. Sounds complicated. There's a massive rubble over there. No, there we are. I hate how this zoom's so playable. Okay, we're expecting Nottingham in at 17:17. If for some reason it leaves early off of Swinderby, then they'll strike in again together. But it shouldn't do. Otherwise they're violating terms. Which I keep sending those ones at Lee Road for investigation, and it's not actually a fault with the reporting feed. It's because the driver says he's departed when he's arrived. Apparently, anyway. That's what the managing director had to say about it. It's the train reporting itself. Hello, Train Spot East. Hello, account that can't upload. That's probably got about 16 million subscribers anyway. I upload all the time, and today's increase is only about 14. I say only about. I've been going for over 7 years. They've only just gone into 2,000. Like, good grief. Then there's these shite channels that blow up, or so to speak. How? Why? And stop buying subs. 23, and he can't upload bugger all, apparently. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Not Jake Paul, no. I'm thinking more, of course, along the other rail people. Because I can bet you anything, a couple of those do buy. They probably buy views and subs. It's more a question of, like, for some reason, if the likes aren't at least a quarter of the views on any standard video, and if it's not following that pattern, there's something wrong. Like, say, for example, a video of mine has, 14,000 views, but no ratings. You could then claim that I'd have bought views, because there'd be evidence there saying, of course, that there's no ratings on the video at all, no up, no down, but there's like millions of views on it. That would then prove that it's a fake. Or, actually, that would then prove fake viewers, or that I've bought them, which I wouldn't do. Yeah, 2 Tango 5, which is left Lincoln Circle at 17:09. Strange departure time, I must say. It used to be 17:25, I think. Then pass here at 17:32. I don't know. I don't know, Mr. Pickering. Bye, bike. I don't know if I'm available Monday the 7th of May. I'm trying to get rid of her first. We don't want a month named after the Prime Minister, because she's useless. Although, of course, local elections are sometime in the week. I've got to vote at a library. Yeah, but the thing there, of course, Train Spot East, I forget your real name, so I'm just going to call you that for now, so I don't sod it up. But yeah, the point is, if something doesn't match with the channel, for example, the likes with the rating, the views with the ratings, there's obviously something wrong there. Or say you've got 85 million subscribers and your videos only get 4 views per. You'd then notice there's still something wrong. It's a case of noticing minor detail and picking a giant fault with it. Because that's the easiest thing to do. Oh, that's slightly swaying. There's no breeze, except the Phoenix Place and flags or whatever they are waving. That's no clear, so that's arriving at Collingham still. What, so that's been arriving at Collingham for 3 minutes? Oh, grow up, you. A train can't take 3 minutes to arrive at a station, surely, for Christ. There's obviously something wrong there. There's obviously. There's a great big hole there and all. It's just that one day we'll get to the bottom of that train that leaves Lee Road exactly 4 minutes early a day. If any of you for some reason aren't busy in the week, because I know most of you will be either in work or education still anyway for another couple of weeks, until the May Day half term. But if you're not, keep your eye on 2037 at around, 13:20 once it arrives and departs at Gainsborough Road, and see how early you can spot it apparently departing. That's a challenge for you. I bet you could probably get a good 5 minutes out of that one time. Because after these two, we've then got gap to 18:13. There's zero freight through on a Sunday, other than the video we caught previously, when that one was diverted from Scunthorpe way. Yeah, limited to subscriber data at Swinderby, so there's nothing for that signal there. Otherwise, it'd show the train at the platform, and that one's still in the wrong place, because 7935 is at Thorpe-on-the-Hill. Which we're led back to, of course, if the weather stays like this, but it's moderately warmer. Wouldn't be able to stream it because there's no reception at all. Like, you get one bar, and that's very weak. And the pub Wi-Fi used to extend the length of the crossing, but didn't. But yeah, the pub Wi-Fi I thought doesn't even extend to the end of the crossing anymore. Otherwise, I'd nick that short term. They'd be paying for it. I wouldn't. Passengers, please stand clear of the edge of platform 1. A fast train will shortly be passing through the platform. There's no bugger here, and I don't care. That's empty. That's empty. There's no bugger here for the next stopping train either. Any time off-peak or super off-peak. There we are. Won't let me rotate the device, which I don't need to. Yeah, it's number 75 just departed Swinderby. What's with AB trains this time? He's always complaining about something. He was belly aching about tones at Peterborough before we went. And of course, we put him in his place, that great big one from the 82. Good God. I feel I know that driver from one of the Facebook groups, though. I've got to. I've got to know him from somewhere, like one of the Facebook groups. I don't know. But you might have seen on Twitter, though, of course, the petition forced the Virgin contract to end earlier than August. It's already been pushed back ages ago. Good stopping. Someone's got to. It's been 2 Tango 58 Lincoln set on York North Gate. All 56411 with a missing rear destination blind. Wait, so no, we've seen that one. What are the units in Wolverton with 156410 then? I know there's 2 156s at Wolverton in refurb. I don't know what it is. Graham, the East Midlands conductor, said it was 411 along with 410, but that's just past here with a missing blind. Oh wait, I don't know if that's at Wolverton. Is it Train Spot East? Have you been Wolverton, near Wolverton Yard recently? Because I know there were a couple in there. I know there's quite a few 365s ready to get to ScotRail. Temporarily also sort the 385s out. Oh, Dunmurry, I like Dunmurry. But I had the money to go out there. I ain't really got that much. My bank's going to be dripping after I get the control for the board. The bank will be crying out. The new control I'm getting from Russell's about £65. I've got the change for that, and that's just about it. That's it though. The train now approaching platform 2 is the 1718 East Midlands train service to Lincoln Central. Calling at Lincoln Central only. In a few seconds that will strike in. Bye then. So next up, the 1718 East Midlands train service from Nottingham to Lincoln Central. It's not just that, Ryan. It's not just that. We've got Northern, South Western Railway and Merseyrail out in a couple of weeks. This time it's not Southern. Off our 6403. To Lincoln Central. He's going to go right down the bottom of the platform. What have we become? You don't want to know, a laughing stock. Yeah, he's definitely gone midway down the platform. No idea why. Not very disabled accessible, is it? Or whatever you call it in fancy terms. Next to no passengers. Signal's not yet clear, because there's the repeater for Doddington Road. That'd be a good screenshot there if anyone wants it. Just go, it'll clear by the time we get round there. There we go. But the point in hand though, what I noticed, since Stagecoach took over the Virgin contract completely, they've completely fucked it. Quite a few got off. But yeah, it just goes to work, like I say. What I noticed myself, since Virgin went in a Stagecoach to form the new East Coast Mainline Company, the numbers have just gone right the way down. It's become even worse than piss poor. Currently still Virgin East Coast, yes, but that's ending in August. We're supposed to go till I think 22, move to 19, now move to this August. But people have petitioned to hand it back even sooner. Like I know the next train is not till 1812 or 1813, but we've called it chill session, didn't we? So let's have a quick talk before we do anything else. Then I'll head off and get this thing uploaded, as you do. But yeah, you can't trust nobody or nothing. Who's going to get the East Coast? I've no idea because I've not heard the bidding for it yet. But I know Abellio is still fighting like heck for the East Midlands one. And maybe we'll see better outpoints than this useless pile of tut. But what they might do, whoever grabs the East Coast franchise after this, what did the railway they used to be originally called? London North Eastern, wasn't it? I think it started like East Coast Mainline Service or something like that. But who actually got it to begin with? Who got it from British Rail? Because I know there was something before Great Northern Eastern Railway, GNER, there was something before that, but I don't know what the hell it was. There was something just before GNER. And that would be how they got the original company name. Yeah, Wiki would probably say, you're saying a city. I'm not too sure, actually. But yeah, whoever gets it afterwards, it can't reuse the name it's got. Like Greater Anglia, because the Abellio's kept it back and forth, they can do what they like with it. But if you're changing over a stakeholder, you can't keep sodding about with using the same name, because then you're bringing, well, bad news to what happened originally. Yeah, I've seen those 20s for London. They look alright. A nice dark brown. Yeah, Blackpool went alright, didn't it? They had signalling problems the other day, so the Virgin couldn't get through. Intercity, Great Northern Eastern Railway, East Coast, Virgin Train, East Coast. What's going to come afterwards, though? Yeah, there was National Express East Coast before East Coast. Sheffield United Newark Place. This is not Newark or Sheffield, it's North Hykeham. And there's some bad panels. Many of them, seats are dirty and scuffed already. This isn't very new. The old point was recently fitted back and it's scratched. But oh well. Yeah, what could they call the East Coast franchise Can I? No. No, hang on. I'm breaking everything. Let me get rid of this. There we go. I was going to try and stick a poll on the screen, but I don't think you can do that on live. But yeah. After this stream's gone up, stick in comments what you think the next East Coast franchise should be called. That's cracked. But yeah, whatever they called it originally, like you've got London North Western Railway, but what is the Euston to Milton Keynes or something line actually called? Is it the London North Western Railway? As if so, you could call it the London North Eastern Railway and get away with it. But never mind, that's all the trains from this side gone. We started with double stay. That could do with the new sign, 'cause it's completely scratched.